So a few months ago, Hipyo Tech did a video about the Air Up water bottle, wherein he basically condemned the product as a disgusting, overpriced scam. However, there's a few, well, misleading points he made in this video that don't quite sit right with me. So in this video, I'm going to break down why you shouldn't necessarily believe all of YouTube's exposés on brands. Firstly, I'm not sponsored by Air Up, nor do I have any affiliation with them. Secondly, I'm a huge fan of Hipyo Tech's videos and I've bought countless products from his reviews. But firstly, let's talk about what he was right about, kind of. Firstly, the price. It's expensive. It's around 2 to 3 times the price of a normal water bottle. However, no one is forcing anyone to buy it. But also, you're looking at the materials cost of a product. But if you're factoring in the marketing cost of a business, they're probably making similar margins as seen with products on Amazon. If this example is going to be used, you could argue that Red Bull is overpriced crap. But when looked at comparatively with their marketing spend, it probably evens out. Look, we don't know the ins and outs of their finances, but making it seem like their only expense in that product was a $2 blow mold on the bottle is a little misleading. In the UK, the bottle is £29.99 with free shipping and 3 pods included. If we take off the price of the pods and the cost of shipping, it's a couple of quid more expensive than the water bottle made with the same plastic on Amazon.
But what gets even more egregious, for the flavors that actually look yummy, we're talking $13 for 3.
However, the price on the flavor pods, yeah, that is ridiculous. Air Up, you need to sort that out. Then he makes the valid point about the tip of the drink will have problems with dust sticking to it and potentially mold growing on it if not cleaned properly.
Has that silicone finish on it that attaches every bit of dust to it.
Very valid point, and it's a problem that most water bottles with rubberized tips have. So let's get into the things he was wrong about. Now throughout the video, he sips on the drink and coughs repeatedly to drill home the message that this drink is gross.
Right after we buy one, I gag.
This is where it's important to remember that this video is an entertainment piece, not an analytical take on a product. He then goes on to blast a number of creators for promoting the product, despite his 18-minute video stating how he doesn't like the product.
Now, as far as what the Air Up is, let me just have these creators explain it.
Air Up is a hydration system that uses scent-based taste.
Scent-based hydration system.
Scent-based taste.
He goes on to proposition the idea that most creators are probably promoting this product just for the money.
Why are your favorite YouTubers promoting it?
Whoa.
That is crazy.
Wait, oh my god.
Is it just for the money or is it genuinely a good product?
However, I know countless creators personally that yes, took the money for an Air Up deal, but only accepted on the basis that they like the product. And they still use the product off camera day to day to this day. To put it into perspective, I have 14,000 subscribers and I get around 25 to 50 emails per week offering me brand deals. Some are a lot of money, more money than my channel makes a year. So putting the idea out there that some of these large creators are only promoting this particular product as a cash grab because they're desperate for money is extremely misleading. He then goes on to say that he's avoided drinking all day in order to try the product.
In order to reach peak chaos, I have avoided drinking water all morning because you're never gonna guess what just arrived. It's the Air Up.
Then he explains that scented products give him a headache.
At worst case, it's gonna be kind of like a scented candle type of thing where I end up with a headache at the end of this. Normally, orange scented things give me headaches, so.
This is a scented product, you're definitely not going to enjoy this. He makes the point that pods smell like chemicals. I've personally never thought that they do, and a few people I know that use this regularly don't think they do either.
Kind of like you just walked into a Bath and Body Works, but like somehow even more chemical.
And weirdly, he then shows other clips of YouTubers explaining that the water doesn't have chemicals in it.
You get all the joy of flavor without them pesky calories.
Or chemicals.
Yes, the water itself doesn't have chemicals in it. Not entirely sure you understand that the pod doesn't make contact with the water. The pod smelling chemically to you is not the same thing as the water itself having chemicals in it.
Water with no chemicals added or nothing. No chemicals.
He then adds a screenshot with the FDA's definition about artificial flavouring. However, the Air Up isn't a flavouring, it's a scent. It's an entirely different thing.
This is gonna be bad. I'm gonna get a headache.
Now at this point, I'm not gonna lie, I started to get pretty scared for what was gonna face me once I actually try this thing.
Dude, you're not Nile Red. This thing is perfectly safe, and to make it seem like it isn't is pretty disingenuous.
Excuse me, how is this eco-friendly? Like, I don't care if you just don't want to be eco-friendly, but like, Please don't make the claims that you're eco-friendly.
So the plastic pods in plastic packaging, recycled plastic, which uses far less plastic than ready-made drinks. Yes, it's not perfect, which they acknowledge in this section you cropped out of your screenshot. It's just underneath where they explain that they know it's not perfect.
But then pretty quickly I started to run into a problem, because as I was running some tests,
That's gonna be a problem, I think.
Yes, here we go, my favourite bit of the video, the lid leaking segment. So for the pod to work, it needs an air hole to allow air to pass through the pod, otherwise you end up with a vacuum and the product doesn't work. There's a second hole around the rim to stop vacuum building up in the bottle when you suck through a straw. When water comes out the straw, it has to be replaced with air at a roughly equal rate to the water leaving the bottle. Most bottles with a straw have this at varying rates. This one utilises a gap around the straw, this one uses a hole in the top.
I think their quality control is just so bad that there's a gap in the back of their water bottle.
But you may be saying, Cyberboy, I don't want my water bottle to leak in my bag. Well, you'll be pleased to know it doesn't. And we'll get onto that in a second. And yes, there's a lid.
What if I put the lid on? Okay, let's say you just have it upside down for a while. We'll come back to this. I'm gonna set it right here.
If you notice here, there's no air bubbles coming up through the water, which means no air's getting in. And for water to come out, air needs to come in. So at this point, it's definitely not leaking.
We're coming back to that.
But will the lid flood? I guess we'll find out.
We've come back to this. It's been about 5 minutes. Is this lid full of water?
Firstly, you're opening the lid upside down, releasing the seal around the side of the bottle, allowing air in through the top of the bottle, which allows water to then come out the side of the bottle. So the second you twist that cap, water's going to enter the lid.
So it didn't leak out. However,
then the shot is tactically cut to not show the lid being gradually filled by the upside down bottle.
yes, this lid is...
This little bump in the lid stops air entering through the straw and allowing water to leave on the side of the bottle when that seal is broken. Nothing normally happens, unless you decide that real world testing is opening a water bottle upside down.
Keep in mind, I still haven't drank water yet today. Can you tell how dry my lips are? POV, water.
Seeing how you're self-confessed prone to headaches and scented things give you headaches, and you've dehydrated yourself, you're probably going to get a headache.
At this point, the chemicals hit the back of my throat and
Oh no. Oh.
I was overwhelmed by the flavor.
Oh my god. This tastes like vomit.
No it doesn't, you may not like the scent/taste, but they're clearly selling a lot of these and a lot of people are enjoying them. In fact, this is a very popular flavour. Look, to skip ahead to the rest of the video, he tries it with a few of his friends. Some of his friends do like it, some of his friends don't like it, and overall he says how the product gives him headaches. I think the headaches are probably more to do with the fact that he's predisposed to headaches, and he was dehydrated for the filming of the video, and he doesn't like scented products. Overall, this expose on AirUp is a little bit disingenuous in the sense that other creators are being bashed in the process for promoting a product that they do use. Now off camera, I know a number of creators that have taken AirUp sponsorships, and whether they're at the gym, going out, filming videos or editing, they're always using their AirUp bottle and they're reordering the scent pods, which I will agree are very expensive. I also want to point out that Hipyo Tech does also promote overpriced products himself, like these $60 keycaps, which his audience have called him out for. So trying to point the blame at other creators that have accepted brand deals that you feel like are for overpriced crap when not exactly being innocent of that yourself is a little bit of a contradiction. But if people are enjoying it, I think this video where you've already explained from the very start of the video that you do not like the product, whereas you try to proposition yourself to say that you're looking at it quite fairly and objectively, it's very clear that this product wasn't made for you. So condemning the product as a scam and as something that people shouldn't buy because you don't like it is a very, very, very difficult position to be in. I've seen a lot of unpaid reviews of the AirUp water bottle. A lot of them are very fair. I personally enjoy it. A few of my friends personally enjoy it. I do know some people that don't like it, but I know more people that do than don't. Like I said at the start of the video, I'm a huge fan of Hipyo Tech's videos, but I do think that this isn't one of his better videos. I feel like a lot of the points in this video were misrepresented to maybe be more personally about his personal opinion rather than a fair and analytical view of the product itself. That'll be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Spin the cylinder, push it